Hello beauties, happy new year, welcome to 2025. I hope you are well, I hope you are doing great. I hope 2025 has started treating you well already. I am good, I'm great, everything is well with me, and yeah, this is the first video I'm recording this year, and this is my official first video of 2025. Here we are, a new year, a new beginning. I always like, January, just because of that new beginning, that fresh mindset, that beginner's mindset that everyone in general has. I mean, every time you get up, every time you decide that tomorrow is going to be different for me, that is your fresh start, that is your new beginning. However, there's just something with when everyone is in the spirit of a fresh start, which is what January always offers, and I just love it, right? And a few days ago I got this notification that I uploaded my first video on YouTube. I think it was the 8th of January, but I uploaded my very first video 5 years ago on YouTube. I was so excited, and for some minutes, a couple of minutes, I went into reflection mood, and I was like, wow, I've come a long way from my very first video. I remember my first video, recording it. Actually, the video I uploaded was not the first video I recorded, but the first video I recorded, I was just too nervous that it was all over my face in the video. I was so nervous that I had to record the second one, that I had to upload the second one I had recorded. But looking back now, I'm grateful that I made that decision. It has brought me a lot of opportunities. I've been able to write an ebook, connect with a lot of people. I've been able to coach people just because I got that visibility from posting my very first video. I've been able to write blogs for myself, for other people. I've connected with you. I've connected with other creators as well. My network has grown, and overall I'm just happier that I did it. I've gained some skills, some technical skills that if I did not start YouTube, I probably would never have gotten, right? So I'm so grateful for that. And that kind of put me, like I said, in reflection mode. And some of the things that I got from that experience was in line with what I wanted to share actually for something like motivation from the beginning of the year. And so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some nuggets, I would say, but some things that I know that will equip you in your fresh start and in your new beginning, so that you can strategically succeed in this your fresh start or in this new beginning that we all have, right? So if you're interested, please stay tuned and watch the video to the end. And if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Click on the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out any upload from me. This channel is focused on equipping you and empowering you to thrive. First thing I would say is that you have to take a chance on yourself. It's a new year, it's a new beginning, it's a fresh start for you, regardless of when you're watching this video. But you have to take a chance on yourself. You have to bet on yourself, even when no one is taking that chance on you, even when no one else believes in what you're trying to do, even when you don't have enough support and encouragement. You have to take that chance on yourself, because as I said in the first video, one of the lessons that I learned from my dad as a young adult growing up is that you're responsible for the outcome of your life, right? Whatever decision you make, people can guide you, people can play a role, people can advise you, but essentially you are the one that bear the responsibility. You're the one that carries, you're the one that will own the outcome of that decision that you've made. And so whatever it is that you're doing it for your own good. So whatever it is that you have decided to do in this new beginning, in this fresh start, you have to take a chance on yourself. You have to be bold enough to go for it. You have to bet on yourself. If you look at a lot of people, a lot of women that you see around you that you like, that have done big things, great things, and I'm not talking about those people that you see on news alone. I'm talking about people that are around you, your immediate environment, right? That you love at work, that you admire. I'm talking about people like Hilda Basi, for example, people like Pelumi Nubi, and these are Nigerians, by the way. And I'm just trying to make it, feel homely, like just people around you that you see, everyday people that are doing great things for themselves. It's because they took a chance on themselves, right? I remember Pelumi Nubi taking that drive sometime last year, was it? Taking that drive from the UK to Nigeria all by herself. And I remember in her story, she reached out to a lot of car companies, and none of them just, supported that vision. But she decided to, use what she had, and she took that drive. And we see a lot of opportunities that it has fetched for her right now. And even some of the car companies that didn't want to partner with her at the time. Now they've come around to partner with her, because recently I saw her drive to Scotland from England. Yeah, sometime towards the end of last year, mid-year 2024, right? So those companies have come now because she took that chance on herself. She bet on herself even when other people are not interested in her. So I'm just trying to encourage you that you need to take that chance on yourself. Gather the courage, the boldness that you need to bet on yourself this year and do the things that you have decided to do. Start what you have decided to start a long time ago. Quit what you have decided to quit a long time ago. This is your year to take that chance on yourself. And I know I'm emphasizing it, I'm saying a lot about it, because there's really nothing that can happen to you if you don't take a chance. There's a level of risk that you have to take to succeed. Personally, I'm not someone who loves to take a lot of risks. I'm very comfortable in my routines. I like to predict, outcomes. I like to be very much in control of how things turn out. But at the same time, I know that for me to progress and move forward, I cannot remain in my comfort zone. Change has to happen. I have to embrace certain levels of risk. But I know that I can take calculated risks, because the Bible says, who wants to build a tower that will not first count the cost, right? Building a tower is something that has never been in that space, in that land. But you building it means you're taking a chance on yourself to erect something that has never been there, to do something that has never been done. So you have to take calculated risks, right? You have to take a chance on yourself. So that's the first thing I really want to encourage you with in this video. I mean, I took a chance on myself 5 years ago to post my very first video. If there's something that you need, any question that you have, anything that is holding you back from taking a chance on yourself, drop it in the comment section. I can share my thoughts on that. I can share my wisdom on that, on how to help you navigate whatever challenge it is. So leave it in the comment section. Other people can also comment as well to share their own experience and their own lessons and their own, strength, whatever it is that has helped them to overcome that. Okay, so I'd love to hear from you as well. Another thing I would say is that, the way they say start with your why, and you need to know why you're doing something for you to get it done. Absolutely, that's fantastic. That is really profound. However, what I would say in addition to that is that the moment you find out your why, very quickly start to think about how. In fact, invest in how to get it done. Whatever it is that you're really motivated to do, invest in how to do it. I mean, because you did not like the way your parents raised you, doesn't mean you'll do better when you have kids of your own. The only way you'll do better is when you learn, when you're intentional, when you get resources on how to be a better parent. You cannot rely on your head knowledge and think that, I'll do better just because I feel the need for things to be different. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do better. Doesn't mean that you're equipped to do better, except you learn. Because you're inspired by this great idea, because you're motivated by a problem, doesn't necessarily mean that you are equipped to solve that problem, except you learn. And I believe that everyone has the capacity to learn and do anything and be whoever they want to be, right? But you need to find out how. You need to find out how to do that thing excellently. I believe that if you don't learn and try to figure out how to do it very quickly, it's either you run the risk of somebody else starting, somebody else doing that idea, and you no longer have that that's ownership of that idea because somebody else is doing it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot go ahead and still do it, but I mean, there's this feeling when you see somebody else carry out the ideas that you have, somebody really close, it feels like, what have I been doing, right? You don't want to have that kind of regret. You don't want to have that kind of thing at the back of your mind, right? And another thing is that you end up getting the same results, but in a different process. You end up getting the same result that maybe your parents got with you, or you end up getting the same burnout and whatever it is that you are trying to solve, whatever the problem you're trying to solve, you might end up getting to that same place, but you go through a different process. You go through a different route. So if you want to get the results that is in your mind, if you want your intentions, your desires to actually come out the way it is in your mind, then you've got to learn how to do that thing fast. The fact that, and I'll still keep using Pelumi Nubi as an example, and I'll also use my experience as well as an example. The fact that she wanted to drive from the UK to Nigeria, she had that great motivation, doesn't mean she would not know how. She would not figure out the things she would need. She would not figure out the passport or the access that she would need, the visas that she would need while driving. She has to figure out the how to carry out that dream. And the fact that I was interested, or I was really motivated to start this YouTube, I started YouTube because I wanted to have a coaching business and I needed visibility. That was the main reason why I started YouTube, to be honest. But anyway, that's not the point, right? But I had to learn how to record videos with my phone. I started with my phone. I had to learn how to record good videos with my phone. I had to learn how to edit with the free editing software I had, and I had to just progress from there. So you need to know how to do it so that you do it excellently well. Let love guide you. Don't let your fears guide your decision, but let love be your guiding light. Let love be your North Star, or let it be your lighthouse. But essentially, let love guide you. Let the love for whatever thing that you're trying to change or adopt or do, let that be your guide. Do not let your fears guide you. And I'm saying this to myself as well. You love yourself so much that you will do the right things for yourself to be stable financially, to be emotionally stable, to be stable at your job or career wise. You love yourself enough to want stability for yourself. You love yourself enough to see yourself grow. You love yourself enough to see yourself fit, healthy and sharp and sane. Not because you're afraid of dying, that's why you're exercising. Not because you have fears of a lifetime illness, that's why you're trying to exercise or stay fit. Not because you're afraid of certain things, you're afraid of being lonely, that's why you go into some emotionally dependent relationships. Don't let fears be what will drive your decisions, but love. You love your community so much that you want to serve them with your gifts. And that's why you're even able to stay for the long term. Because I remember, again, using myself as an example, that the love for people, the love to want to see women get up regardless of what the limitation is, the love to see people not waste their early years, the love to see women actually thrive was what made me actually start the YouTube and want to start coaching, to have that one-on-one experience with people, right? That's the love. I did not allow the fear of, oh, what if I don't know what I'm doing, or what if I don't know. No, I allowed that love for my community to guide me, that even when I wasn't getting any reward for my time that I was spending, even when for the longest part, I wasn't getting a reward. I just got monetized and then it was demonetized, and then I got monetized again, So it was the love for my community that made me want to serve with my gift, not because I was afraid of being broke. Right? So you want to make sure that love guides your every decision. And the best way to do this is actually have a good relationship with God. So much so that you have that love. You know you are loved. You know you're well cared for. You know that you're going to be catered for. You know that you're loved regardless. And when your heart is full of love, you're able to spread love. You're able to allow love guide you, right? So if there's ever a time that you need to grow and work in your relationship with God, I think it's actually now. It's actually the right time to build those systems, because there's a lot of things that is trying to distract us, is trying to take away from our identity. I was just having this conversation with my friend a couple of minutes ago, and we're talking about the struggle with identity crisis. And when you don't have that part locked in, it's easy for every other area to have faults, because you don't know your values. And when you don't know your values, you're like the wind, you're like the shaft that the wind is blowing all around. You're everywhere, no sense of stability. And everyone needs stability, right? So what I'm saying is that you need to grow in your relationship with God so that you grow in love, and love guides your every decision. Another thing I want to encourage you with, and this is probably a bonus, but it's to understand that at different phases of your life, you will be motivated by different things. Either motivated by love, you're motivated by money, you're motivated by fame, you're motivated by different reasons at every phase of your life. Some people will be motivated by passion initially when they start their business, but then when they start having kids, they are then motivated by money, because you need that to actually take care of your bills, give you that sense of stability that you're even able to continue in your business, right? So you're then, the motivation shifts, it changes, that you're not motivated by money. And when you get that locked in at a certain point, you're then motivated by your need for a sense of belonging, for example. Maybe after you get that logged in, you're then motivated by the compassion for other people, or whatever the case may be, right? I'm just using these examples at the top of my head. But just understand that at different phases of your life, you will be motivated by different things. And so understand that nothing is permanent except you want it to be. No feeling is permanent except you want that feeling to be permanent. If you are angry by something that someone did to you in the past, or somebody is currently doing to you, you will be held bound by that anger so much that you might miss out on other things that are happening. But the moment you choose to let go of that anger, that's the end of that feeling. It's gone. Except it comes back to your mind another day. The moment you choose to nurture that anger again, it comes back. You feel it, it comes back. But the moment you choose that I don't want this thing to be permanent, it is not going to be permanent. So I need you to understand that with different phases of life comes different motivations, and at different experiences, and with different experiences comes different feelings and emotions. But none of these things is permanent except you want it to be. So have that sense of control over your life. Have that sense of control over your emotional well-being. Have that sense of control over everything that comes out of your life. And again, as I said earlier, when you have that relationship with God, He will guide you in that sense of control. So you're not controlling things all by yourself, helped by God to have a sense of control over your life. So you're not allowing distractions around to overwhelm you, right? So these are the few things that I just want to share in today's video. And I hope you have these things at the back of your mind as I have them at the back of my mind going into this year 2024. Going into this year 2025. So I just hope that you guys have an amazing year. You have a great year. I used to, review my year and share it online, but I don't know why I stopped. Maybe at the end of this year, I'm going to do that. And I would love to, have that with you as well, that at the end of this year, we look back and we are grateful for an amazing year. I actually always feel fulfilled at the end of every year since I started to work with God in my goals and in my plans and envisioning. I've always had a fulfilling year, regardless of when the goals are met or when they're not met. I always have that sense of fulfillment at the end of every year, and I hope that that's what you have at the end of this year as well. So let me know if there's any video that you would like me to touch on, or any question you have that you want me to share my thoughts on, any kind of any content that you want to see, any idea, leave them in the comment section for me. I would love to hear from you so that I know that we are working together side by side in 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. You are amazing and I love you all. Bye. Wait, before you go, don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up button, and share this video with your friends and loved ones. And I'll see you in the next one. Officially. Bye.